down a few weeks. I had to take a little time off for a shoulder injury. Hopefully next weekend I'll be back running and ready to go. So it's kind of a little shop day, but first of all, I want to say thanks. We hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're at like 1,030. So the next video, we're gonna do something and give away a couple things. So let's stay tuned for that. But what we're gonna do is take a look at the sluices I've been screwing with for the last 2 years. You guys that follow me, I'm always trying to do something new and improve stuff. But I wanted to show you, it's pretty much the end result from the last 2 years of screwing around with them. What I came up with, and I am extremely happy with them. And maybe it's something you guys can copy or replicate or improve on. Don't know, but hopefully it helps somebody out. So let's take a look at that. All right, before we get started, I just want to show you I received this in the mail. And that's from Robinson Prospecting Equipment. He had a note in there that he sent it over from Kirk over at Secret Creek. So thank you guys. Kirk, thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. You do too much, as always. And you guys definitely check this out, Robinson Prospecting Equipment. He makes all kinds of stuff out of there. He supplies a lot of the gold hunting community. So you guys give him some support. Check out his channel and subscribe to him. This is a nice lightweight backpack sluice. It's got like a shutter on it. I can't wait. I have never used one, been wanting to. I love experimenting with new things, and this is one thing I have never used. So I'm extremely excited to give this thing a try. So how awesome is that? So you guys definitely check them out. Robinson Prospecting Equipment, and also Kirk over at Secret Creek Prospecting. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And this is the mess we're going to look at. These are the sluices, like I said. I started out with that big monster Keen. That's how it all started. And then I just started making my own and trying to shrink them down and compact them to get them on my back to get into the spots. So I thought I'd like to share this. This is 2 years in the making, kind of. And we've tried and added and taken away and redid all kinds of things to it, but I am extremely happy of how they finally evolved and came out. I just want to share it with you guys. Maybe someone, you guys can copy it, something off of this to improve yours or improve it and help us all. So like I said, I just want to share it, and maybe it'll help somebody out. So let's get started. All right. This little pack sluice is like 2 foot by 6 inches, and this is my newest one I made. But why I wanted to show you this one is this is how I ended up changing my legs, and came about this design, and I absolutely love it. It's super easy, super lightweight. They're always on it, never in the way. You can use it or not use it. I've had all kinds of things bolted on that go up and down. I've tried so many different ways, but this is how the sluice I came up with, the leg design, and I ended up changing them on all my sluices. I got this mat, which inspired this sluice, from Carl from old Sasquatch Prospecting channel. You guys got to check him out also. So he gave me this. I was out and was lucky enough to do some digging with him and his boy out on the creek, and he gave me this at the end of the day and said make something nice, and that's what I came up with it. And we made our own little mat. But on my sluices, I take and I roll the leading edge of it so my mat's tuck under it, and that's just why I wanted to show you this sluice. This thing works really phenomenal with these legs. They just unfold. I'm doing it one-handed. But when you got both of them, it just extends out, and it's extremely adjustable. It works awesome. So anyways, that's that. fits in a bucket, fits in your pack, really versatile. So a nice little tool for the collection. All right, that was that little pack one. And then our next one we'll look at is our regular 10-inch sluice that folds up. So let me grab that, throw it on the bench. That's our sluice, how it sits. Fits nice and conveniently on a pack frame. The whole thing weighs 12 pounds, and most of that are these Gold Hog mats I got in it right now. But it's got 4 legs, complete classifier, hood folds up, and I'll just show you the system, how we came up with this. It's got 2 legs on each side, that folds down. We have a complete classifier system, and it is pretty compact. Everything can get packed as one unit. Let me show you what we got. First of all, I just got these little bungee clips that clip onto our classifier screen. Over the past 2 years, I have lost 2 classifiers by not having a good clasping system. But there's one-handed looking through a camera. That's how easy that disconnects. The bungees stay on the side, but I have 4 secured straps. I'll never lose it again. So that's what we came up with that. But there's our classifier. Let me get this out. And that's a foldable classifier, which I'll show you, but that all packs in. So like I said, all one unit. Another thing is, my mats, like I said, we got our aluminum rolled over in the back, and then our mats slip up in there, and then I installed a silicone flap gasket on that, which sandwiches between the hood and this to make a good seal. And this just helps any gold from going back out the sluice. I'm pretty confident now that was always an issue by doing this foldable style, but I think we got it solved. And then we put some gaskets on both sides, one side of the hood, one side of the sluice. And that is, this indicator flap comes way down. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. And you can just see how just tight that seals right up. And I put some heat to that and then permanently melted it so it made that tight bend, but whatever works in there can't go far. And it has those pockets of the mat, and it's actually, no matter what mat I slide in here, like even that Vortex drop riffle, it'll end right at the riffle line, so that takes anything that gets put in there, so it really works out nice. So let's check out the legs. All right, let me show you on these legs. It's got the same legs that we do on our little mini sluice, and you can adjust it however you want. Except this one, we actually put legs on the front and the back. And I'm not 100% sold if I need the legs on the front or not. This is the only sluice I put it on. I set it up, it worked pretty good, but the only thing that was happening with this is, since this is a 10-inch sluice and a lot bigger, weighs a lot more when water's running through it too, these back legs, just because of such a long lever on it, it kept creeping it. It just slowly kept creeping down, and I couldn't get it no matter what I did. Tried some different fasteners, couldn't do it. So I came up with this, and I just took some plastic cutoffs from another project. I was making those boards on a miller table, and I needed something to triangulate this leg just to lock it. So I came up with this. It's just got a slotted piece of plastic with a knob, and now the thing's locked, and you can adjust, fully adjustable from an inch off the bottom to straight up a couple feet. So I'm extremely happy with this. That solved that problem. Now all my sluices have legs on them that barely weigh anything and take up no room, and there's no missing parts. Everything's connected, stays connected, out of the way if you're not using it. So I was extremely happy with that. So that's pretty easy. It folds up, folds up. So there's a leg system. You guys maybe can improve it, or maybe you can add it to yours, but so far, absolutely loving it. This whole sluice weighs 12 pounds, I weighed it, and more than half of that weight are the mats. I got Gold Hog mats in this right now for the most part, and they're a heavy mat, but I love them, and I got all different kinds of mat systems that I adjust this thing with. So let's look at the classifier, what we got going with that. Okay, so here's my main sluice, my 10-inch sluice, and you can see just how nice that hood locks in, and there's no draft back going on. Everything's sealed up. Extremely happy with it. I put a piece of silicone matting just on the front of the skid plate, just for a little bit of an indicator to some shallow V. And then this, I change this all around depending on what I'm doing. You know, we have for some micro gold, some vortex, some drop vortex, and that's some smaller ones. We got some larger ones. We got like 6 different kinds of Gold Hog mat, expanded metal with either miner's moss or carpeting. I like when I'm running my classifier with this, I like putting this expanded metal with either miner's moss or the carpet on the end, just because that's where the rocks are coming off the classifier and pounding this. So I'm pretty confident it's not going to pretty much affect what gold has got fell down in there and got trapped. But it's pretty simple. And on mine, what I do is I run a piece of plexiglass all the way down, and you can see how it just rides on the top of all the mats. And I made all my mats pretty much being able to be the same thickness. But I glued on that piece of plexiglass on both sides, and what that does is that holds my mat in a lot better for when I'm packing, and also lets my classifier ride on the top, and it stays at a nice equal spacing. And then and you can use any mat system. Like all my mats I grooved all these out by hand. This is to accept the Gold Hog, so I can mix and match pieces and do it with no matter what mats I do have. So it's so versatile now. So anyways, and then on the ends of it, you can see I put a screw and a bolt through it just to hold the very end of it up where it goes up on the hood. But all it does is, get one-handed here. Come on. Slides up on there. And then this just unfolds. Okay, and then it unfolds again, 2 little wings, and then it slides up and it locks in. And then there's our 2 little nuts and bolts that hold up the very top, but it gives it a nice equal channel all the way down. And the whole thing, we can shovel right on our hood. Everything will run to the center, goes down. But this is what I was talking about. When the rocks come off, I made it so it had another chance to trap something that didn't get through our classifier. And with all the rocks just pounding this, I'm pretty confident I like this on the very end of my sluice. But there's that. And all that packs together in one unit all the time. And even bring your classifier, because it weighs absolutely nothing. And it's not a big deal. There's no parts to take on and off. Just those bungees that hold that up. But that folds up. That folds up. And then you just put the bungees, like I said, hook the bungees up to that. Anywhere you want on all 4 of them. And it slides in. And there you go. Legs compactable, extremely versatile, and I don't know, I'm loving it. So there was that one. And here's That's a 10-inch. There's our mini. And now here's a 6-inch. That's a foldable, packable. Let me throw this up on the bench. And it's the exact same as that, except for it is in 6-inch. It has also a complete classifier, the same as that, except this is a steel one. And until metal comes down a little bit, it'll remain steel for now. But as you can see, everything, it's the same. And I have all kinds of different mat selections to switch this around for low volume water to higher volume water to whatever we want. And has the same legs. It has the same hood. It's exactly the same, but absolutely loving these things. I just thought I would share it with you guys. And we will hopefully be back on the river next weekend. We have like all my projects stopped. We got a couple projects making some miller boards. I'm hopefully going to finish them up this week now that I'm a little bit more mobile. That's what we're making. And get back at it. So thanks for hanging in, guys. Thanks again for the 1,000 subscribers. Let's hit 2,000. And stay tuned for the next video. And we're going to set something up to give away. So till then, we'll see you on the next adventure.